um, so that people will be able to check this out in the future. So welcome. This is my webinar for Tech Fair. It's 3 cool apps for online instructors, and today we're going to look at a few. We have SlideShare, which is the easiest way to describe it. It's the YouTube of PowerPoint. So you upload your PowerPoints or your keynotes or your PDFs, any kind of images, into this cloud software that's free, and it turns it into well, you know, I'll show you what it does. It's easier to show than tell, right? That's what they say. And then we're going to look at EduCanon, which if you use YouTube videos in your classes, which you should, because students love watching videos, and there's a lot of great educational videos on the web. So, but EduCanon actually lets you turn any YouTube video, TeacherTube, Khan Academy, any kind of video that exists out there, most of them, into an interactive quiz. So now the student isn't just watching a video, they're watching it and they have to pay attention because it's a quiz. So I'll show you how that works. It's a cool thing. And Powtoon is an alternative to PowerPoint. It's kind of fun. It adds like an animated kind of movie quality to PowerPoint. So, and you can also record your voice. You can basically make little cartoons for your students. So without further ado, we will, let me see, oh, my slides, where did my slide thing go? There it is, it's hiding. So let's move on. So here we go. Here's SlideShare. This is my favorite app. This is probably the one I use the most personally, and the one I recommend to instructors to use. By the way, I'm Cyrus. I'm a multimedia specialist at West LA College, and I've been working with online instructors for the last 3 years, mainly in eTubes. So I should have said that at the top. It's Friday. Cut me some slack. So here we go. SlideShare. Here's a few reasons why you want to use SlideShare. It's easy to use, very easy to use. It's free. You can embed them right in the CMS, which is eTubes. You can just, with a couple clicks, you can have your slides in eTubes. And it makes life easier for your students. So there's no downloading or PowerPoint software required. So many of you may use PowerPoints in your classes. I know the publishers provide some PowerPoints that are sometimes very useful, and you might create your own. And I guess the old way of doing it is you can upload these to eTubes, provide a little link for your class, and then they go in the module, they see, okay, here's PowerPoints for Chapter 3, and they click on the link, and then they download the slides onto their computer. Then they have to double-click on the file, open the slides in PowerPoint, if they have PowerPoint. Hopefully they do. So there's a lot of steps required, and some issues with software that they may have. If a student doesn't have Microsoft Office, they can't open the PowerPoint. They can download a free PowerPoint viewer, but that's more stuff they have to download. So basically, I think students don't really like to download stuff, and if you can avoid it, all the better. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see here. Oh, not that one. Let's share the screen here. Let's see here. It's giving me web tour application sharing on the whiteboard. Share desktop, that's what I want. Okay, so let me, so hopefully you can see this. Let me know if you can't. Um, I'm logged into SlideShare, and you can see it's pretty simple. You just go to slideshare.net, you sign up, it's free, and then you log in. So I'm going to skip that part, but and then when you're ready, you have your slides that you've created, or that maybe the what do you call it? The publishers provided for you, and you can then just click this upload button here, and then you get this great screen. It's real easy. You can actually just drag and drop the file right here into this section, or you can click this upload button and that'll open up a browser and pop your slides in. So it's the upload process is really easy. So basically I'm going to click this upload button because I'm not sure where I put my slides, and then it opens up a browser, and here's the ones I wanted to use. Here's my Tech Fair slides. So I'm going to double click on those, and you can see how fast it uploads. It uploads very fast. And what you can do here is in the title section, you can edit the title, make sure it looks good. Right there, we'll just call this Tech Fair. And then you have to fill out a little bit of this stuff. Category, I always choose education. Description, these are my Tech Fair slides. And tags, you don't really have to worry about. If you're kind of marketing yourself, or then you would put tags in. Tags are just keywords that other people can use to search for your slides once you put them on SlideShare. I leave it on public. There's certain situations where you'd want to make your slides private. If it's publisher content, there's a few extra steps to do that, but for now I'll just set it as public, and then I'm just going to click Save and Continue. And then right away it gives me this embed code right here in the middle of the screen. So you can just copy this embed code and then go into etudes. Let me see. And I'm just going to log into my etudes. And feel free to ask any questions at any time. Keep this thing going. So now I'm in my etudes, and I'm going to find my site here. And let's put these slides on in a module, because that's where most people would put them. So I'm going to click in modules, and we'll put it in this module. And I'm just going to delete this stuff that was here so we have a nice blank canvas. So I'm in my module. This is most of the time you put your PowerPoints in a module, but you can put them anywhere in etudes that has this editor box, which should be familiar to you. So you could say, hi students, please look at the slides below. Something like that. And then you just click this little guy here, this little icon. It looks like a film strip. And this is the embed media icon. And this is my favorite thing in etudes, this little button. And then that code that we copied from SlideShare, you just paste it here, right? Click OK. And you'll see this little iframe box pop up. And now I'm going to go down and click View to see what happens. And there it is. This is super cool. So now the students, instead of seeing a weird link with where they have to click it and download something and then open it in another piece of software, this is like instant access. So I'm a student. I go into the module. I see, hi students, please look at these slides, and then they can just click through them right there in the module. They don't have to download or open anything. And the other thing you can do is go full screen. There's a full screen button here that will show these full screen. So students can look at these like this. So it's much easier for a student just to have them. Plus it's visually appealing. You know, if you have some cool pictures, especially for the title slide. I think that students really like images and clicking and videos as well. But yeah, it's pretty neat. And there's some other cool stuff with SlideShare. So I'm going to go back to my author mode. I'm going to click that return button. And remember, I was talking about the transcript for the accessibility. So let's go back into SlideShare. And I want to just look at my SlideShare. So I can click right here on this image of my slides, or I can go up here and highlight this little icon here. It looks like a person. And then you can click My Uploads. There's a bunch of different ways to get to your slides once you've put them up in SlideShare. Most of the time you're going to go to My Uploads to look at them. So I'm going to do that now. And this is all my slides that I've uploaded. And then I'm just going to click on the Tech Fair slides. And let's see below. If you go in that way and scroll down, there's my transcript right here. SlideShare's automatically generated a transcript that gives the number of the slide and then what was written on the slide. So this is a thing you can do. You can copy this text. Then you can go back to Etudes. And then in your module, I always use these icons up above. There's one that says paste as plain text. Whenever I copy text from a web page, I like to use paste as plain text. That's just a tip because it'll look normal. Sometimes if you copy something from the web, some text, you'll get the background colors and it'll look kind of weird. But if you use this paste as plain text icon and then paste it in there, it should come out nice in Etudes. And you can clean this up. You can make some spaces, right? And then I always like to write above it transcript. So now all of a sudden I've got my slides, real cool, visually appealing, easy, and now I also have a transcript for my DSPS students to make life easier. You know, if a visually impaired student can't see the slides very well or at all, they have software on their computer that reads everything aloud to them. So they can only use their other senses, not their sight. But if you have this transcript, all of a sudden I'm a student, you know, and my software is going to read this transcript for me. It's going to say, number one, why use SlideShare, easy to use. So it's all the information on my slides for the students. So I really dig that function that just comes with SlideShare, and it's I don't know, maybe PowerPoint has this somewhere buried, but I don't know if PowerPoint generates a transcript for you. That's something I haven't looked into, but SlideShare is so easy and it's so great that I think everyone should be, anyone that's using PowerPoints in an online class should be using SlideShare for sure. And I'll show you one more cool trick while we're on SlideShare. If you click this edit button and you want to, let me see here. If you go over here to edit YouTube video, you can actually put a YouTube video in your SlideShare. So let's go ahead and go to YouTube. So you can imagine if you're teaching say an anatomy class or something like that. Maybe I shouldn't do anatomy. I might get some weird YouTube videos. But let's do astronomy. And your slides are about astronomy, and you want to talk about something recent that happened in the news. So let's, I know there's going to be an eclipse, right? So let's do solar eclipse, you know, and then we'll get a video of a solar eclipse. Oh, this one's no good. It's 3 hours long. Oh, this is recent. This was 6 hours ago. So this is the solar eclipse that happened in Europe. But you know, this is cool. Let's just we'll pick this one. And there's the eclipse happening right here. So all you have to do is copy this YouTube URL up at the top here. I'm going to copy that in. I'm going to go back into SlideShare. And then you paste it right here where it says YouTube video. And then you select the position where you want that video to show up in the slides. So I'm going to put it at the end after slide 4. So that's what the placement things. You can add more videos as well. And then you just click Insert and Publish. And that's how fast it is. Now if we go back to Etudes, let's go to View mode so we can look at these. And now you'll notice it's got a little sticker right here that says YouTube video inside. So that's another kind of piece of advertising for your students to be like, hey, oh, there's a YouTube video? Oh, okay, maybe I'm going to click through these. So it's another kind of incentive for students. So let's go and find that video. So we pretend these are about astronomy and solar eclipses. And then, you know, here it is. Here's the YouTube video right in my slides. It was that easy just to throw them in there. And I know you can do videos in PowerPoint, but that's a big issue. If you wanted to put a video in a PowerPoint and then put it in Etudes, I know Etudes has a file size limit for uploading PowerPoints and videos and stuff, but this is no limits. You can put, like, this is a 3-hour video, right, of the solar eclipse that's now part of my slides. So, you know, anything that you teach, if it's political science, you could put any kind of video that's current, you know, about an election or maybe something like that. And if you hover up here, you can kind of use the YouTube controls, so the students can totally interact with your slides and with the video here. So that's just a couple cool things that you can do with SlideShare. There's actually more stuff you can do. I didn't cover the private slides, but if you're really interested in the privacy concerns, if you're worried about uploading publisher content and you don't want to get in trouble with the publishers, just send me a message and I can talk to you about the privacy concerns and what you should and shouldn't do with SlideShare. But for this kind of content, I think it's just really great. It's a great, free, easy-to-use app that you can use in your online class, and that will increase the students' participation, interaction with your content, and it just delivers it in a really nice, easy way, in a nice, great way for students to just look at your slides. So that's SlideShare. So now let's see what's next. I think we're doing Educanon next. So I'm going to go to Educanon. And Educanon is, like I say, it's a real kind of interesting way to convert a video into a quiz, and it's free. So why not try it out? Again, videos, I think there's some research that was done that says on a typical web page, a person will spend 5 or 10 seconds at average, and then move on. If there's a video on the page, that goes up to like a minute. So there's a lot of good reasons to use videos in your online class, just to keep your students there, you know, give them something to do, just kind of break it up. We forget how kind of it's a different experience an online student has than in a face-to-face class. There's kind of less stimulation, I would think, you know. With a face-to-face class, you're giving a lecture, you're sort of there, it's a live kind of performance, it's interactive. We lose a bit of that with an online class. This is a cool thing that kind of gets that back and forth that kind of conversation, if you will. In this case, it's between a student and a video. But if it's a cool video, you know, it's kind of a neat thing. So here I am logged into EduCanon. I'm going to click on this little dog. I thought I was logged in. Yeah, there I am. I'm logged in. So we'll just, and I'm going to rush through this stuff, but if you want to, you can send me your email if you want any information or how-to videos on how to use this stuff in detail. But let's go ahead and start. Let's make one of these things. So I'm going to click design a new bulb. They call them bulbs for some reason. And this is the page you want to be on. So this is really easy. Here's the types of videos that you can use. You know, there's a million of them. TED Talks you can use, Vimeo, and of course YouTube. So let's find a cool YouTube video. Let's go to YouTube again. And what's something, I always use the same one. I use this weird Shakespearean sonnet, but I want to do something a little different this time around. Let's look at a debate. Let's see. So here's Bill Nye debates Ken Ham over science versus what do you call it? Creationism. So this is a nice video to create a little controversy in your class, maybe spark some dialogue. But we're just going to copy this YouTube URL. We find the video we want, and go back to EduCanon, paste it here, and then let's make a title. Click to create edit lesson title. This is what your students will see. So we can call this debate quiz or something, or you know, call it debate. We'll call it debate quiz for now. I think it makes you enter a learning objective. Let's see, to learn to identify types of arguments. So this might be, I think a logic class could use this type of thing, but you can do this for anything. So we've typed in that, and let's click this green play button, and you will see it loads up right here on this side of the window. So now I have this video here. And basically what we can do now is any part of this video at any point we can create a multiple choice question. And hello Shauna, and welcome. So right now we're just talking about EduCanon. So all I've done is I've logged into EduCanon. It's free. It's a way to turn a YouTube video or any type of video into a quiz. So just to get you caught up, you find the video you want, you paste it in this portion here in EduCanon, and then you give it a title. And then what you can do is at any point in the video, you could play this video, and you know, you can pause it at any point. So I don't think you can hear this, but they're just doing their introductions. So there's Bill Nye making a point about evidence and the past and giving you clues. I'm guessing this is about evolution. I haven't really watched this. So I paused it at an important point in the video that I want to quiz my students on. So I'm going to click pause there. And it's really easy. You can see right here you have add question right here. So let's go ahead and click that. Oh, you must fill out all fields. Okay, so before I do that, it looks like I have to fill out these fields over here. And it's highlighted it in red, which is nice. So I have to select a subtopic, so I'll do that. And I think now I should be able to do it. So let's try it again. Yep, click add question. And you have a lot of choices. A lot of choices. Fill in the blank. Some of these I've never even looked at. But let's try multiple choice. Let's just make a multiple choice. And I'm not an expert at all in logic or types of arguments. I'm just using this as an example. So we could say what type of argument or what technique is Bill Nye using here. And down below, you can add answers. Just like a regular multiple choice. So you can add the answer where it says enter answer here. Let me put a question mark in there first. Enter answer here. We could say he's using, this is just going to show you how I don't know what I'm talking about. Socratic argument. I guess that could be one. Is that one? I don't know. And then this is one here. We can say he's using an evidence-based argument. Obviously, you'd want, in your subject, you will know what to put there. And then you can add more. We can say he's just attacking attack method. And so on. You can put as many as you want. And you can also type in an explanation underneath any of these answers. So you can add more context to it, and that's all you need to do. Let's see. And then you can click save. Once you're ready, click save. And then you can keep watching the video till you get to another point where you want to add another question here. So let's add one more. Do another multiple choice. And it can be this timeline is what type of, or let's just see what type of visual is this? Make it simple. And timeline is the correct one. I forgot to mention earlier that you want to check the correct one with the blue. And then we can say this is an incorrect answer. We could call it video. And you can toggle to the right answer. And you can also click randomize answer order, so you have a different for different students. And then we'll click save. So now that we have a couple questions, just for the speed of this webinar, I'm just going to click finish build. And then it's going to ask me what classes this is to be assigned to. When you first sign up for Educanon, you will kind of create these classes and stuff, and it's fine. I'm not going to get into it, but we can just do it this way. And then I think, yeah, it's a step 1. Which classes should it be assigned to? So let's just put that in just for now. And then step 2, share link with new students. So let's click on this share here and see what we get. Oh, that's not what I want. So let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to close out of here for now. And then I'm going to go back to bulbs, which is where all of my video quizzes are. And there it is right here. Here's the debate quiz that I just created. And you can see this orange button here is the one that says share and embed. And here we go. You can have share with students, share with a unique list code, or share with colleagues. I'm not going to get into the share with students and share, even though that's the one it sounds like it should be. The issue with that is students have to sign up, or you have to upload them into your Educanon class, similar to like a Turnitin. So it's a lot of extra work. You may want to do that. You can look into that. Share with colleagues, though, is going to give them this great easy code. And this is more like a review. This is more just to make a video a little more interesting for the students. So now it's like a video quiz. It's not going to keep track of the points that the students get. It's just sort of for them to kind of review and look at and make the video a little more interesting if they're quizzed on it. If you do the share with students and you have all of your students uploaded into Educanon, it will keep track of their progress and right and wrong and things of that nature. But for this demo, I'm just going to show you the share with colleagues because it's the simplest one. So the same thing that we did with the slide shares, you're going to copy the code here, and then let's go into Etudes. And here we are in our module. So let's edit this module. And you can put these, again, anywhere you want. But I'm going to put it in the module. And then we click our friend, the embed button. Embed media. It looks like a film strip. And then you paste the code right in there. And click OK. And if we scroll down, we will see the iframe. We're not going to panic because that's good, that's normal. And then we'll go down here and click View to make sure it looks okay. And we'll scroll down. And here it is. It just looks like any other YouTube video. But now when students play it, when they get to certain points in the video, I'll show you what happens. So let's skip ahead. So this, I know you can't hear it, but they're talking about, this is Bill Nye's opening statement. And so this is a good video. I actually haven't seen this video, but it's a good debate, the old creationism versus evolution. And Bill Nye, I don't know if you've seen him do this before, but he's very entertaining. And oh, so I'm trying to get to this question here. Okay. So he just said when you go to a site and find evidence, you see clues about the past. So now the video just stopped on its own, and the question pops up here for the students. So it's what type of argument is Bill Nye using here? The student's given a choice. This one I think has a spelling mistake. And they can pick their answer. So I'm going to pick the correct answer, evidence-based. And then when I'm ready, I just click the little thumbs up. And I see that I got it right. So that's cool. And if you had a little explanation underneath, that would pop up as well. And then we click this arrow, and then it goes back to the video. And then when we get to the next question, it'll pop up as well. So he's making his argument for creationism. All right. So I apologize. This is a really long video, so it's a little harder to get right up. Oh, here we go. Okay, he's making an argument. So I apologize for the wait, but there it is. The question pops up for your students. What type of visual is this? And we can select video or timeline. Let's get it wrong. We'll click video and thumbs up, and it gives you the red, meaning wrong. It tells me that timeline was the correct answer. And if you had entered in the explanation under the incorrect answer, you could explain, no, it's timeline because this, you know. So that's a little preview of Educanon. Not that hard to use, pretty easy, free. You can add other bells and whistles if you wanted to upload your students in there and then keep track of them. But just using it this way, the simplest way, is also pretty cool. And one of the reasons I think it's good to use it this way is because at this time, Educanon does not support closed captioning, which is a little unfortunate. So for that reason, I wouldn't use this as an actual quiz, because just use it as a review, a little fun thing. You know, have a video with some questions in it, and all of a sudden the student's not just watching the video, they're paying attention because there's questions popping up. You know, so there's some other things with Educanon that you can play around with. I won't get into that, but if you do sign up for a premium account, which costs money, then you can actually search for other what do you call them, Educanon that other people have created. So that might be, it's kind of expensive though, $90 a year. But you can then search and see other things. Oh, and that's another thing I forgot to mention about SlideShare. Let me just go back to SlideShare for a second. SlideShare has a search up here, and it's just like YouTube. You can search any subject, and you will see a bunch of slides that people have put up. So if you're desperate and you just need some slides, you can just search. So let's look up some Socrates. And then you get a bunch of slides about Socrates. So sorry to get off topic for a second there, but similar to YouTube, you know, you can search for slides that people have done, and you can embed these in your class as well, or use them if you want. These are just slides that people have shared. But that was Educanon. It's kind of fun, kind of cool. Personally, I think it's good for informal review. You know, it's not like a big time thing I would want to use to get a quiz or an actual test. But for review, it's fun. It's cool. It's for students to use. So now let's go on to Powtoon. And Powtoon, it's fun, it's cool, but it's a little more labor intensive. It's basically an alternative to PowerPoint, but it'll turn it into an animated video or an animated PowerPoint. And I can show you an example. Let me show you. Here's one I made. I know you can't hear the sound on it, but this is one I made. I'll make it full screen. Let's see if it goes full screen. And then, let's see. Oh, doesn't want to. Okay, I'm just going to click play and you can watch this. And I don't think you can hear it. Oh, and actually it's kind of looking goofy. So anyways, I know you can't hear it, but it's basically me talking as he's going along with this stuff. And, you know, it's good for a little announcement or something like that. It's kind of fun. And I'll show you how to make one here. And again, you can embed it. You see the embed code down here? You can embed it in anywhere you want in Etudes. So, but Powtoon, let's click Create up here. Again, it's free. What do you want to do? Okay, so it gives you a choice. Create slides or create an animated presentation. Let's do slides. Let's try slides out. And you have a lot of templates that you can use. I like this. I like the one with the blackboard because so we can click. You can go from a template. Just click Go. It's just going to show you what the template looks like. And this is the one I used before. So a lot of the work's done for you. That's why I recommend using a template, because it's gonna be easier and a lot faster than trying to build it from scratch. So you can just edit the slides they have, put in your own content, and make it your own, basically. So Powtoon, again, it's another way to engage your students. The online classes, there's a lot of competition with, you know, the internet's right there. They're actually on the internet while they're in your class, so they can just click off and go other places. There's not much you can do about it, but you can just put your best foot forward and try to make interesting content that's going to appeal to your students. And Powtoon's another way you can do it. It's loading up really slowly. I apologize. Maybe Powtoon's having some issues here. We'll let that guy load. So let me just say, one other thing I forgot to mention about SlideShare is that you can also update your slides, update your PowerPoint, and then re-upload into SlideShare, and that will automatically update, so you never have to change that embed code in Etudes. Anywhere you have those slides in Etudes, it's going to reflect the update. I forgot to mention that when I was talking about SlideShare earlier. But say you use slides that have a date on them for a fall semester class in 2014 and you wanted to update those, you can totally do that in PowerPoint and then re-upload to SlideShare, and then automatically, you don't have to do anything. All across your Etudes classes, it's going to update to the newer version of the slides. So it's, if you think of the old way of when you uploaded PowerPoints and maybe you had a spelling issue in one or some little thing that you wanted to change, and then all of a sudden you've already put that in Etudes in a bunch of different classes. If you wanted to change that, you would have to change the original PowerPoint and then re-upload to each one of those classes. But if you use SlideShare, you can just change it on the original, like in PowerPoint, make the correction, change whatever, then re-upload to that same, there's a re-upload button in SlideShare, and then all across the board it would automatically change in Etudes. You'd never have to even go to Etudes to change anything. It's automatically going to happen. So I'm gonna show you that example, and I think Powtoon's like not playing nice with us, which is fine. So let's just go back to SlideShare for a second. I'm going to pretend that I wanted to change these slides around. Say I wanted to capitalize SlideShare here. That's a simple change. Or maybe, you know, so I'm just going to do that in my original PowerPoint. Click Save. Then I'm going to go to my slide shares, go to my uploads, and here's the one I want to change. I'm just going to click Edit. I'll go to Settings. And then right here, Re-upload. Select the file. Here it is. Upload it. And now it's going to replace my old file with the new file. And I know it's saying work in progress, but let's go into Etudes. I'm going to refresh this just to see. Yeah, you can see here, it's now got the capital S. So anywhere in Etudes that I would have embedded that slide share, doesn't matter which class, it would make the correction automatically. So it's a big time saver. So that's another thing I was going to show you. Let's go back and see if Powtoon is just not happening. All right, let's go to my, I'll show you another app because Powtoon is not behaving for us. I'm going to show you guys Voki because I like Voki. It's a real easy one, and it's free. Voki is a great way if you want to do like a welcome video or if you want to do some sort of announcement to your students about like a quiz or a test coming up, or Voki is a really great little fun thing to do. And maybe you don't want to be on camera, but you want to give them a message in a fun way that's not you on video. You can use Voki. It's super easy. You just sign up for Voki. Go to Voki.com, and I'm going to log in. Let's see. Hopefully this is what my login was. Yep. So you sign up, you get your Voki account, and then you click Create up here. And this is it. And Voki is just a customized, it's like a cartoon. It's like they're kind of weird, they're kind of fun, but I think for an announcement, it's just another thing you can do. So you can see they just give you a Voki here, but you can also customize it by clicking these links here. I kind of like this dog, but you can choose a character by clicking this little guy, and that gives you all these different options. So here's all the dogs you can pick. If you're a dog lover, you can be a dog. They have cats. These are the cats. And then, of course, they have people. They have politicians. They've got all these funny, great stuff. I do prefer the animals, though, and I don't know why I'm partial to this monkey. So you pick your character, and then you can even give them clothing if you want. There's all these little options, and you can give them glasses. And then when you're happy with that, you just click Done. And then you have all these options. You also have backgrounds here. Click Backgrounds. You can choose a background. There is a classroom background, but I prefer just something kind of interesting. Here's a nice one. So you can do different things, fun things. And then you can give your Voki a voice. And the same thing, there's all these different choices, so you have no excuse not to give it a voice. You can have it actually, Voki will phone you if you use this record by phone button. You plug in your phone number, they call you, and you record what you want your Voki to say. You can use the text-to-speech function, where you type what you want this monkey to say, and you can even choose an accent. You can do all these fun things with that. Or you can use your computer microphone right here. It says record with microphone. That's the option I do because I like to give the students my real voice. But it's up to you. It's just up to you. So let's try recording with a microphone. And very simple. You just click record here. Test 1, 2. Actually, you know what? I forgot. Voki doesn't like Chrome. I'm in Chrome right now. If you're going to use Voki, use Firefox. But so that's only when you're using the microphone. I can still do the text-to-speech one. So I'm going to click this button. I'm just having a lot of fun with these technical glitches today. So let's do a little quiz reminder. So we'll go, hey students, don't forget to study for the quiz. And you can type in a lot more. You can make some funny jokes in there with the monkey. The only thing is that it's limited to a minute. And then I'm gonna see if you can hear this. Let's see. Let me try something else. I'm gonna change my speakers so you can hear this Voki. Let me see here. You don't have to do this. This is just for this video. Okay. Now I'm going to try it. See if you can hear it.
Hey students, don't forget to study for the quiz.
So there you go. You can hear the Voki. And if I'm happy with it, just click Done. And then down here, Publish. You have to title the scene. So let's just call this Quiz Reminder. But you could do these every week. You could do a little message to your students. This one you can put on the home page. It's kind of good. This is just telling me it's been saved. And then here is the code right here. This is the all-important embed code. But there's an extra step for etudes. You want to click this little checkbox that says Use HTTPS to embed in a secure page. That's a real important thing. And then you can just copy the code. Then we'll go back into etudes. Go back. Let's put this guy on the home page. So I'm on my home page in etudes. I'm going to go here. I'm going to add a home item. I'll just call this quiz announcement. Give it a release date of today. And then I'm going to click author an item. And when you do author an item on the home page, it's going to give you this really familiar editor here. And the main thing you want is this embed media button. Click that. Then we paste in our code from Voki. Click OK. It's going to give you this little thing. We're not going to worry about that. We'll click Publish. And then let's look at my home page. And here's my new home page. Oh, wait a minute. Let me check the date. Quiz announcement, March 20th, 8 a.m. I love how things don't work when you're you're trying to do it. I'm going to see if did I forget something? I don't know why the Voki's not behaving in etudes. Publish. Now showing quiz announcement. Well, I apologize. I assure you I've done this many times and it's worked. Let me try it again. Let me try this code again. Yeah, there it is. So who knows what happened there? Now I have my Voki on my home page.
Hey students, don't forget to study for the quiz.
So that's a kind of a fun little thing you can use, you know, for your classes to make an announcement. And yeah, and I just threw that in there because Powtoon wasn't happening for me today. But anyways, so that's pretty much it. I know you came in a little late, but you got to see most of EduCanon and also Voki, which is a really nice thing. I know some instructors use Voki. They actually have their students create a Voki, and I have how-to videos for students on how to sign up and how to make a Voki. I know one teacher is using it in her communications class, so for an extra credit assignment, the students will record a Voki. They'll put it in etudes. It's just kind of a fun thing to get the students a little more involved. It also lets the students express themselves and kind of, you know, if they're using their real voices, it gives them a voice. It gives a student a voice. It gives you a voice in your online class. So there's a lot of good reasons to use it. My friend Jim Martini always talks about humanizing your online course, which is sort of means putting yourself into your course. And this is one way you can do that, because you're sort of expressing yourself, you're sharing your knowledge, but you're not just typing something for students to read where they don't get a sense of your personality. A Voki is just a good way. If you use your actual voice, it's kind of cool. I'm a big proponent of welcome videos. You know, to use those to introduce yourself to the class. I know the more you kind of share yourself with your students, the more comfortable they feel, the less they feel like they're just interacting with some robot or some computer program, you know. So this type of stuff you use, whether it's EduCanon, Voki, SlideShare, YouTube, all this stuff, it's there to kind of facilitate that sort of sharing and expressing and humanizing, if you will, of your online class. So I think we're in an exciting time as far as all these apps coming out, and education, online education is really on fire. It's not going away, and so it's just going to get easier and easier for instructors to use and to kind of enhance with this stuff and deliver their message in different ways. So thank you. I think I'm going to sign off. There will be a recording of this. If you email Mary Jo, she can send you the link to the, because I know if anyone came in late, if you want to see what SlideShare is all about, that's actually the most important app, I think. It's my favorite app for instructors to share their PowerPoints, but you can email Mary Jo and get the link if you want to watch what you missed. And I want to thank you guys for showing up to my webinar. And if you have any questions, go ahead. Otherwise, we'll sign off. Okay, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. Oh.